in the streets, felt that baby to make her lie. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the book.
Let's go. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for every.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Falcons' towering tight ends on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Falcons and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 14. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now Jones. And right away he lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and they move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Operating from the gun, Caps buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings it. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Goddard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Caps. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 5 catches, 62 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd and 1, Jones. He'll get this one to Patrick. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with it for that long.
Better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing to start the drive, but that was incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 1st and 10, Caps. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Falcons had 1-11 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off-play action. Caps. And his throw is incomplete.
Moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on 1st down. Caps to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run on first down. Goddard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Caps. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun. Caps. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Drake one more time on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake, Jones. Now he steps away, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. And his pass incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. In motion comes the tight end left. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. The second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of act.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
He's got a man, complete. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Goddard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caps. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 4th down, Caps.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the field. Out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Jones hit and the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 30, the 20. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, and the Falcons say they have it, they do. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 1st down, Caps. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 34 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
on second down. Goddard, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Jones throwing to start the drive. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Bears. Drew Sample, 34 yards. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff up the middle. Goddard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Back to throw. Caps. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. Operating from the gun. Caps. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Up the middle they go. Goddard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Caps. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. Goddard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Back to throw. Caps. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Jones on 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 59 yards.
And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 4, and time a huge factor. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Caps. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by a field goal. 50 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. He's got Smith-Schuster finding room in midfield. Loose inside the 30. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Throwing after the interception. Caps under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Caps. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I'm the best, as you know, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know.